Act 1, Scene 1. An idyllic pastoral scene with a farmhouse and a cottage next to it. The sun is just rising. Jackdaw, a typical-looking wizard with a ridiculously long beard, enters, fumbling over it. "Wake up! Everyone, wake up!" Turns to the audience. "You two in the third row. Did the overture put you to sleep? You probably pay good money for seats like that. Wake up, or I'll turn you into toads." A group of people stumble out of their houses, including Roderick, Bellissimo, and Mordek. "Wake up, you shiftless layabouts! I've got big news! Really big news!" "Oh, for real this time, old man? Last time you had big news, it was that your beard broke the kingdom's length record. Personally, I couldn't give a bean." That was just big news. This is really big news. You'll be the first to know, you lucky little bumpkins. Just spit it out before I burst into flame. Very well. That would be nothing new. I have successfully deciphered the prophecy. All gasp. You're certain? How did you manage it? Oh, it was really quite simple. I had known for a long time that it was written in the language of the ancients, in which I am fluent. However, there was something about it, a dialect, I supposed, that kept me from understanding it completely. Let me guess. You were holding it upside down. No, nothing like that. It was the pigs. Pigs? Like the kind you turn into bacon? Oh, what other kind is there? Actually, it'd be more accurate to say that pig speech was the key. You mean like pig Latin? Exactly. Except whoever wrote the prophecy thought they were clever to speak pig ancient, or whatever they called it. Oh, how do you say get to the good part? Well, that would be Oh, right. He pulls out a scroll. I wrote out a translation. In the latter times a great evil shall rise, such as the lands have never known. He shall make worthless the land's greatest treasure, and all shall fall into a night of unending darkness. They shall all come to pass unless the great hero of legend shall rise and vanquish this evil through his courage, cunning, and undeniable good looks. This hero shall rise from the valley, and his name shall be Rod... Oh, isn't there more? No, not any more. There used to be, but there the scroll containing the prophecy trails off in mid-sentence, much like I have just done. I was simply preserving the character of the piece. Did you hear that, neighbors? It says the hero's name will be Rod something. Does that ring any bells? Well, there's Roddy Squires, the sub-assistant goat herder. He doesn't seem like much of a prospect. What about Sir Roderick, the really, really, really great? That's me, by the way. Are you serious? That's a bit of a mouthful. Well, yes, I usually shorten it to Sir Roderick 3RG. You can use that if you like. Wouldn't the prophecy mention the rest of your name if you're supposed to be the great hero? What good are prophecies if they're not accurate? It's incomplete, peasant girl. I've always thought destiny favored me. Now I know. I shall ride forth and conquer this great evil. I mean, who else around here has the courage, the cunning, the, undeniable good looks? Yes, most of all those. Wish me luck. I'm off to do great things. What a wonderful day for a quest! The sky is alight and the world is at rest. What a wonderful day for an epic adventure! What a wonderful day for a quest! Poets beware, grab parchment and ink, for this is a day worth recording, I think. Historians gape as I pen a new chapter that ends with the line, happily ever after. What a wonderful day for a love, the future's as bright as the heavens above. What a wonderful day for a breath-stealing romance. What a wonderful day for a love. Princes beware, and hold on to your hearts. Today a new chapter is ready to start. Old Cupid himself would find me disarming. The bar has been raised. Don't settle for charming. Elm enters, keeping away from the others. What a wonderful day for a scheme, when both of my eyes have the same fiendish gleam. What a wonderful day for a devilish caper. What a wonderful day for a scheme. Mothers beware, lock your children up tight, for I am the thing that goes bump in the night. I trample on dreams and I rain on parades. The terror you feel is not a charade. Blackout. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 2. The others have left, leaving only Bellissimo and Roderick. Roderick, do you speak to all heroes like that? You know my full name. Okay, Sir Roderick, 3RG. That's better. Well, what are you up to today? You know I've got a pretty open schedule. Let me see. I'm on the lookout for that dark, evil, vile lord thing. But until he shows up, the first thing on my list is rescue a damsel. Yep, that's definitely number 1. Oh, well, you know. Then I've got to slay a foul beast or demon, rescue a band of orphans, and, oh yes, pose for a statue maker. Oh, well, how long will that take you? Because I'm free pretty much all day. Maybe tonight we can meet at the Hungry Hedgehog and you can tell me all about it. All that stuff should last me until lunchtime. I figure that I'll just play it by ear. I mean, there's always something going on around here that needs a hero's attention. Well, that's true, but maybe tonight you can have time for another damsel? More than one in a single day? Well, I've got no problem with that in principle, but I found that damsels tend to get a bit jealous. You? No, really, I wouldn't mind. You? What do you mean? You know, you're always going after those dumb, helpless girls. Why couldn't you whisk me up on that white horse for once? Because I only rescue damsels in distress. Distress. It's like stress with, I could get myself in distress. Would you save me then? That's a little different. I don't know. Hey, watch! Bellissimo runs off stage and a loud splashing and flailing is heard. Help! Somebody help! I'm in distress! I don't think that you are. I've seen you swim. You're the best in the village. There could be alligators. Piranhas! None of those live around here. Really aggressive catfish? You're going to make me late. I'll have to push the orphans until after lunch. Oh, I can almost hear their anguished cries. Roderick rushes off stage. Bellissimo wanders back on stage, dripping wet. Oh, why can't you hear me? Song, it must have been earwax. See that? See that? It's like talking to a wall. A tree stump has a better personality. See that? See that? No matter how I call, he cannot see the obvious rationality of whisking off the damsel who's right beneath his nose, who's only in distress because she really doesn't know why he can't hear me. Why won't he hear me? It must have been earwax. That much is plain. A glob of it stuck between ear and brain. There's no other way that he'd fail to see. A damsel as lovely and charming as me. Oh, it must have been earwax. I see it so clear. My words never got past the blockade in his ear. Why else would he look for some other dumb tart, when already a princess is playing the part? I'm sure that it's fate or a family curse, because each new year it just keeps getting worse. That reason for now we'll just have to do. I only wish one word of it were true. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 3. Roderick starts to run away, pursued by squires. Sir, could you wait up a moment? What? Who dares interrupt me as I ride gallantly off into the sunset? Begging your pardon, sir, but I think that's the sunrise. Huh? Let's see, the sun is in the... Makes a series of intricate hand gestures. East! Oh, well, I guess you're right. It's sort of hard to tell when it's on the horizon, don't you think? Whatever you say, me lord. You're the real hero here. Well, yes, so I am. And what do you want? Squires. Squires the name, Roddy Squires. I don't much care for Roddy, so I just go by Squires. I heard you were going out on a quest. Which is true for just about any given day. What does that have to do with you? Well, I want to go with you. Do you now? And what makes you think you could handle such a thing? Or that I would want your help in the first place? Actually, I think I'm eminently qualified to go on a quest. Who'd you hear that line from? Jackdaw the Wizard. Says he saw me in some sort of vision or prophecy. Sounds pretty cool, huh? Okay, but... And he says I have many qualities that make me perfect for a quest. I'm a mysterious orphan of questionable parentage and short stature. I'm a sub-assistant goat herder who's never been out of the valley, but I've always dreamed of seeing the world. Best of all, I've got this shiny pendant that was left in my cradle when I was left on the monastery doorstep on a dark and stormy night. Stop, you're making my head hurt. Thanks for the offer, but I don't do sidekicks. Says so in my contract. So, bye. Roderick runs off. You'll regret this, you'll see. I'll be a greater hero than you ever were. You'll see. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 4. A dark cave lair. Elm sits in the center of the cave. A chime sounds offstage. That must be the morning mail delivery. It's finally here. Grimblewraith, go fetch the mail. It shall be as you command. They won't know what hit them, those miserable fools. He attempts an evil laugh, but falls short of being menacing. That'll never do. I'll have to work on that. Grimblewraith returns, empty-handed. What? Where's the mail, you bone-headed waste of breath? My hands don't fit in the little slot, master. I couldn't get anything. You idiot! The mail goes in the slot and out the side door. Am I the only one who isn't helpless around here? Elm storms off and returns a few seconds later, giggling with delight. Let's see. A few pitiful handwritten pleas for mercy, my monthly bribes, Sorcerer's Digest. Ah, here it is. Elm rips open the envelope and retrieves a shiny black card. What's that? Something you could only dream of achieving. My membership in the Viler Villain Society. Now I can really get started. No one would think of laughing at me now. I can't see why they would before. Elm stuffs the card in his robe and takes out a notepad. He begins scribbling furiously. What are you doing now? I'm making a list of the dastardly deeds from my first official day of villainy. Which reminds me, I'm going to need to hold henchman auditions. But I'm already your henchman. Face it, you're finished. They're as outdated as a prince named Charming. Besides, as a real villain, I'm going to need many henchmen. Ones that can complete simple tasks such as getting the mail. Grimblewraith stands with a confused look on his face. So beat it! Song. There's no place in the world for you. There's no place in my world for you. Here's a boot to the back that's long overdue. Go dive off a cliff or jump in a lake. I can't abide failure with so much at stake. There's no place in this race. There's no place in my world for you. Think of all those times that I laundered your socks, and all of those times that I set back your clocks. I peeled all your apples, cut the crust off your bread. Without my assistance, you'd surely be dead. There's no place in this race, in a world that revolves around you. You're a has-been and a never will be. It's all down from here in a life without me. Don't bother to write. Don't bother to call. I don't want to see you or smell you at all. And your face I'll erase. There's no place in this world for you. But what about that time I saved you from the dragon?
But you put a crack in my favourite flagon.
Oh, what about the time with the rampaging troll?
Just think of that bottle of ale that you stole.
Or the legions of ghosts with a deafening wail.
What good is a minion who can't get the mail? There's no place in my world for you. Here's a boot to the back that's long overdue. Go dive off a cliff or jump in the lake. I can't abide failure with so much at stake. There's no place in this race. There's no place in my world for you. There's no place in this world for you.
Grumblewaith scampers off stage.
Now let's see about that list. Number 1, conjure a foul demon. Number 2, burn down an orphanage. And number 3, imprison a damsel. Oh, and number 4, evil laughing lessons.
End of scene. Act 1, Scene 5. Grumblewaith and Squire saunter on stage from opposite sides. Song, No Place, reprise. Grumblewaith. There's no place in this world for me. No place where I can be free. I failed as a minion. I failed as a cook. They just can't get past the way that I look. A guy like me could write a symphony, change things how they were meant to be. Whenever I succeed, they're all surprised. My hideous face is the surest disguise of what I can do and what I can be, but sadly there's no place in this world for me. Squires. There's no place in this world for me. No place where I can be free. I'm nobody's hero. I'm nobody's friend. There's only one way for my story to end. A guy like me could slay a dragon, right? A David in a Goliath fight. Whenever I succeed, they're all surprised. My clumsy 2 feet are my surest disguise of what I can do and who I can be. There's no place in this world for me. Whenever I succeed, they're all surprised. My hideous face is the surest disguise of what I can do and who I can be. There's no place in this world for me. I don't understand. The wizard said I could be a hero. He couldn't be wrong. Mom always warned me about pursuing a life of villainy. Now look where it's got me. It's hard for a villain to make a decent living these days. Oh, what if he's wrong? I could end up like a bug on a giant shoe. Things were just getting good. He was this close to letting me in on the master plan. Though knowing him, it was something lame, like crashing a birthday party. Maybe I should go back and talk to the wizard. Maybe he forgot to tell me something. Squires notices Grumblewaith, and he stares at him. Oh, but what else can I do? All those years of villain school. Wasted. Grumblewaith notices Squires for the first time. Hey, what are you looking at, kid? Me? Nothing. It's just, I didn't think anyone was bad off as I am. Oh, you think you got it tough? Try working for a villain. That'll make you count your blessings. Yeah, all 3 of them. At least you work for someone. I'm just, a nobody? How'd you guess? No white horse, no shining armor. Heck, not even a donkey and some chainmail. I'll have you know, there's a prophecy about me. I may not look it, but I'm destined for greatness. That's your destination. Maybe you're holding the map upside down. No, it's true. Old Jackdaw the Wizard read it to me himself, even translated it from some spooky ancient language. So what does this prophecy say you're going to do? Greatness for you could be a subjective term. I'm supposed to take down the Lord of Darkness and foil his master plan. Sound great enough for you? Could it be? Elm always spoke of a master plan, didn't he? What's that? I said I might want to help you. I used to work for the Lord of Darkness, and he's a jerk. He deserves a good foiling. So you'll be my sidekick? Oh, I was wondering how long it would be before I got one. Let's go with actor in a supporting role. But first things first, we need to talk to this wizard friend of yours. I want to see this prophecy for myself. Oh, but he lives at the top of a tower on the top of a mountain. Couldn't we just send him a message? No time for that. The master plan is unfolding soon. What kind of hero are you? A work in progress. They start to leave. Hey, I know a mountain climbing song. It gets higher the higher you climb. You want to hear it? No. How about no choice? Song, mountain climbing song. A hardy mountain climber requires a hearty song, and a flock of mountain birds to come and sing along. A higher elevation deserves a higher key. All exit, with Squires still singing. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 6. Squires and Grimblewraith on a mountainside. Squires is trailing by a large margin. Mountain climbing song, reprise. A hearty mountain climber requires a hearty song, and a bubbling mountain brook to come and sing along. A higher elevation requires a higher...
Stop! One more verse of that and I'll throw you and your shrieking goats off the mountain.
Oh well, it was getting a little out of my range anyway.
You know, I really hope you find your profession as a hero.
What? Really? What's that?
So that you don't go into singing. Oh.
Why do wizards always live in such high places? Do you think it's an ego thing?
No, it's in their handbook. Even wizards have to follow their rules.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm serious. Haven't you wondered why they all have long beards and spectacles and carry around little owls and stuff?
Well, now I know. What is this place?
The mount that must not be named.
Now I know you're joking. That's absurd. Why would you call a mountain that?
It does have another name, but whenever you say it...
Come on, how bad can it be? Don't tell me the hills are alive or something.
Fine. Don't say I didn't warn you. It's called Mount Ominous.
A huge clap of thunder rocks the skies. Whoa! Do that again!
Bad idea. It's a dormant volcano. I don't want to upset it.
Well, let me try it then. Stretches his hands to the sky. Mount Omnibus! Mount Omnibus! Mount Omnibus!
Keep trying. There are only so many syllables you can mess up.
Little man and littler man enter. Excuse me, we're looking for a mountain.
Good job, you found one.
Not just any kind of mountain, a special mountain. We've got to get rid of something that looks ordinary, but is really a talisman of extraordinary evil. The wizard said we need to find a special mountain to do that. Oh, what did he say it was called? Something with a D. Mount Death? Mount Distraction?
Oh, sorry. This is Mount Ominous.
Thunder peals softly. You see, I knew we shouldn't have asked that orc for directions. I seem to recall that was your idea. He said this road would get us there and back again. Little man and littler man exit, arguing ad lib.
Oh, it may be the wrong mountain for them, but it's the right one for us. Come on, let's keep going.
Grimblewraith and Squires continue, looking more tired all the time. They reach a simple hut. Mother Mary emerges from her hut and is startled to see visitors. Oh, you startled me. Can I help you? Oh dear, you're going to have to give me more than one letter to work with.
He means water. We climbed this mountain at a brisk pace.
Yes, I'll have my daughters draw it from the well. Thomas, Philip, grab Peter and Michael and fetch some water from the well. Squires and Grimblewraith exchange confused looks. 4 beautiful girls in flowing dresses emerge. Thomas Peter, Philip, and Michael, carrying water buckets. "Hello there." Peter hands a bucket to Squires, who drinks greedily. "Slow down. You'll pop like a bloated mosquito." "Peter, don't be rude to the guests."
"Oh, Peter. That's an interesting name. How did you decide on that one? Or Philip, or Thomas, for that matter."
No need to give your words the thin mask of politeness. You want to know why I gave all my girls men's names.
That's the question, all right."
At least you're honest. A long time ago, right after we married, my husband and I were looking for a place to build our cottage. My husband was a mountain man, and we met for the first time on this mountain. So we decided to climb to the top and build our cottage there. "Ooh, let me tell the story." "Oh, very well. You girls have heard it more times than most." Song, A Towering Tale. They built up a cottage of mortar and brick in a beautiful spot with a view. The stars shone so bright they thought it a trick, 2 lives beginning anew. But that very same moment a new wizard came with plans for a place of his own, and like many others, the name of his game was a tower of magical stone. Whatever the reason, perhaps by mistake, the tower stood right in the way of the view that my father just couldn't forsake, and he ran to the tower to say, "I was here first, you stodgy old man. Even if I must break every stone, I'll rip down this tower as fast as I can, and we'll live on this mountain alone." But to his dismay, every stone that he took reappeared in a second or two. He yelled day and night, and the whole mountain shook, and the wizard's attention he drew. "My patience is gone. I'm trying to sleep. What I need is a wall and a moat. Instead of your screams, I'd rather you bleat and tend to my lawn as a goat. Our father's a goat, and he grazes the lawn. Oh, how we miss him, now that he's gone. And though we're his children, what are we to do? If we mess with the wizard, we'll be his kids, too."
That's a crazy story. But just because your daddy's a goat doesn't mean you gotta be stuck with manly names, does it?
I haven't gotten to the rest of the story. We always wanted to start a family, and with my husband as a goat, you know. So I went back and begged the wizard, and he agreed to alter the spell so that my husband regained his human form once a year, as long as he kept his voice down. And one other condition. Oh, he couldn't help messing with us. He's a trickster, he is. The only way he'd show us mercy if my parents named all the girls with boys' names and vice versa. The first time they tried something neutral. I was supposed to be Aaron, but that old coot saw right through that. He threatened to turn me into a goat too, so we went with Thomas. You don't know what it's like growing up like that. We had to make up for it somehow, so we all went on the beauty pageant circuit. Oh, our poor brother. He just couldn't stand... Hush, you're upsetting Mother. So what if all of us Merryweathers are a bit kooky? So is every family in his own way. At least we're consistent. Consistently beautiful, if you ask me.
Oh, we should be going. We're off to see that wizard.
Good heavens, why? You must really want to find out how grass tastes. Oh, Grimby, I can think of several reasons to stay right here. 4 to be exact.
I'll give you my own 4 reasons. Fate, fame, destiny, glory, and for a bonus, a nice view. Pick whatever makes you feel best. We'll be sure to feed your husband an apple if we see him.
Oh, take some of those shortcakes, too. They were always his favorite.
Oh, good as done. Come on, Squires.
Grimblewaith turns to go, but Squires is still staring.
Come on!
Squire and Grimblewaith exit. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 7. Roderick paces back and forth in front of a tower from which singing can be heard.
"That stupid sculpture! 2 hours just to do the nose, and he still couldn't get it right. I mean, people need to recognize me. Oh, blast, it's past noon, and I haven't rescued a damsel in any state of distress. Let's see what the hero's handbook says. When seeking a distressed damsel, it may be helpful to seek in the following likely places. Glass coffins. No. Dragon slayers. No. Carriages made of vegetables? No. Towers which may or may not be surrounded by brambles? Oh, what do you know? Fair maiden, it is I, Sir Roderick 3RG. Do you happen to be a damsel in distress?
Yes, a great deal of it.
Never fear, my dear. I shall save you presently. Fair maiden, would you bestow me with the sweet sound of your precious name?
I'm Rosella, but that should be on the work order.
Well then, Rosella, let's down your hair.
It's already down. I don't much like putting it up. Why do you ask?
Oh, so I can climb up, of course.
Climb up? What kind of crazy plumber are you?
Pardon? Could you repeat that? I could have sworn you said plumber. I'm actually a prince.
Right, a plumber from Prince Plumbing.
No, it's not Prince Plumbing.
I really don't care what plumbing outfit you're from. Just get up here right now.
But I'm a prince.
We've established that. There's a door around back. Just come up the stairs.
You mean I really can't climb your hair?
Are you deaf? You seem to have me confused with another person.
But aren't you a princess? Don't you need to be rescued from a dragon or something?
Even princesses have plumbing problems. Right now, I need someone to rescue me from my lack of water pressure. I've got a huge ball to go to tonight, and at this rate I'll have to miss it, because I have to wash each one of my hairs individually.
A tragedy of epic proportions. All right, I'm coming up, though it's beneath my dignity. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 8. In front of Jackdaw's Tower, which is not nearly as tall as most wizard towers. It's better be worth it, Grimble Man. I think my blisters have blisters. If you take your eyes off your shoes for half a second, you'd see that we're almost there. Really? Hey, Wizard dude, let us in. Stop it, you bean brain. Do you really want to chew on grass for the rest of your life? He's a wizard. I'm sure he's got some sort of doorbell. Oh, look here. A rope. Don't touch anything. I don't trust this magician. Look, it says here, if you're a peddler, pull this rope, and if you're a tax collector, pull this other one. I wonder what happened. I wouldn't try that if I were you. Luckily, we don't fit into either category. Oh, how about this one? Squires pulls a third rope, and a loud bell sounds. Oh, now you've done it. It didn't have a bad sign.
Mother, is that you?
Don't say a word.
Please tell me you remember the ear hair trimmer. I can hardly go out in public anymore. Ah, you're not my mother. You're not even related. Explain yourselves. Well, you see, there was this goat and these very pretty girls, and with men's names and blisters and you idiot, go back to your village. It misses you. Pointing to Squires. You, no talkie. Pointing to Grimblewave. You, stop talking and make it better than your little friend. I've just perfected a hamster spell I'm itching to try out.
We came to ask you more about the prophecy. You said something about the hero's name starting with Rod. Well, my friend here, believe it or not, is named Roddy Squires.
You don't say. Doesn't really look like the savior of all the lands type. You might have a future in the circus.
But it could be true, couldn't it? How are you to say what the prophecy really means?
You know, if I turned you into a really interesting animal, say a unicorn or a griffin, then he'd really have a future in the circus.
And we'd be sure to tell everyone about Jackdaw, the ruthless wizard who turned the promised hero into an emu right before he could have saved us all. I'm sure your precious secluded tower would have quite a few visitors. Noisy ones with torches and pitchforks and...
I think he gets the picture.
Oh, why do you have to be right? I'll give you a chance, but then you have to promise to leave me alone.
Cross my heart, but still hope to live.
Very well. Catch.
A scroll flies out of the tower window, and Grimblewaith catches it. He unrolls it and studies it.
Oh, what's this? A map?
Not the kind of map you buy at a roadside inn. No, that map will lead you to uncovering the 3 parts of the great secret. If he truly is a hero, you will embark on this quest and succeed. If not, you'll embark on this quest and die a horrible, prolonged death. Either way, you're out of my hair. Thanks, I guess. By the way, why don't you come out of that tower and talk to us? It's quite rude. I'm having a bad beard day. Now scram before something bad happens to you. Something bad? Bad? Oh no, the change has already started. He's turning me into a sheep.
Squire exits.
There goes our great hope. Oh, we're doomed.
End of scene. Act 1, Scene 9. Elm's Lair. A group of minions are circled around him.
Welcome, minions. The henchman auditions will begin shortly. You may be the scariest in all the land, but only one of you will be worthy to soar with me on my flight of complete world domination, my abominable journey of utter conquest, my, plan!
The minions cheer anyway.
Oh, so what's the master plan, Elm? Is it really going to work this time?
Come now, Garglemesh. I don't plot and tell. So what do we have to do? I hope it entails burning something. I love the smell of burning thatch in the morning. Only if you count smoking the competition.
Can we do a pillaging relay like we did last year? It's so funny to watch the little peasants squeak in terror.
No, we're not doing any of those things. There are too many applicants this year, and my schedule's full. I need 2 things from you. 1, a demonstration of your evil powers, and 2, a sample of your evil laugh. Do we really have to do this evil laugh? Because I heard you can't even do one yourself. What? Who said that? My laugh is developing, which is why I need a minion who can do a dastardly, wicked, nefarious evil laugh. Any questions?
Can I go first?
Fire away. But you said...
Song, a villain's wish list. I rip the tags off mattresses. I never eat my peas. I never heed the traffic cop. I don't cover my sneeze. I cheat on all my taxes, and I litter every day. I linger like a bad cold that just won't go away. I always burn the marshmallows and overcook the toast. I always start the trash on fire, but I don't mean to boast. I'm an enemy to snowmen and those who glide on skis. Never pass the pepper, or you'll get a fiery sneeze. I always ask to borrow things and never give them back. I cheat at cards so easily you'd say I've got the knack. I don't remember birthdays and I don't give out spare change. I kick at all small animals whenever they're in range. I'm always really late to work and never stamp my mail. I can't resist the evil urge to pour salt on a snail. I'll imitate a damsel's call to lure poor heroes near, and once they are within my lair, I impale them with a spear. That's perfect, absolutely perfect. Wormtoe, where have you been all my evil life?
You mean you had a life before you were evil?
Bite your forked tongue! Wormtoe is my new minion. End of audition. The rest of you can go peddle your services to lesser villains. Go work in a haunted house for all I care. Just scram!
All the minions but Wormtoe exit.
Thank you, master. What is the first thing on our dastardly to-do list?
There's a hero I need out of the way. He wouldn't know a damsel in distress from a bimbo with a hangnail. Should be no problem for you. Yes, master. I'll get on that right away. Wormtoe starts to leave. Oh, and by the way, could you get the mail? End of scene. Act 1, Scene 10. Sir Roderick stumbles on stage, his clothes wet. Bellissimo watches from her hiding place.
I don't think it counts if the damsel causes you distress. Oh, I'll never understand plumbing. How was I supposed to know that a pipe snake was not a foul creature holding her hostage?
Song, Quest, reprise. What a wonderful day for a quest. The sun is still bright, but the hero's depressed. What a pathetic waste of my stunning potential. Why can't anyone be in distress? A maiden's voice is heard off stage, and Roderick perks up. Oh, woe is me! A dragon, a lion, a bear, and an evil sorcerer all at once. This is so distressing.
What's this? Methinks, whatever. I hear a beautiful maiden in the desperate throes of distress. I better be sure. I thought that about... Rosella. Maybe I should rule out a plumbing emergency.
Oh, they've just been joined by a band of goblins and ogres. Only the most gallant of heroes could ever free me from this cruel fate. But what are the odds of such a champion being within earshot? Help! Oh, help!
The fates have smiled. I'm coming, fair maiden. I shall vanquish any fell creature that distresses you. Unless it's a pipe snake.
He wouldn't believe my drowning routine. But he bought that? I don't think that's even a damsel. Oh, it must be a trap. I've got to go help him. Song, Quest, reprise. What a wonderful day for a love. I shall rush to the fray for my dear turtle dove. What a wonderful day for a scene-stealing damsel who would do anything for her love. Bellissimo exits. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 11. Elm's Lair. Roderick stumbles in next to a place where a tiny trickle of water flows.
O maiden! Fair maiden! I can hear thee no longer! And there are no signs of ogres or witches or bears! Oh my! I hope this doesn't ruin my 0% maiden fatality record.
Ah, my hair's on fire! It took so long to get this long. Somebody help me!
There you have it! I'm coming, fair maiden! I shall lay waste to him that scorcheth thy luscious locks.
Roderick runs toward the maiden's voice, but it stops when Elm enters. Hello, Sir Roddy. The really, really, really gross. Welcome to my lair.
It's actually the really, really, really great. You can just say,
I know what I said. Though I suppose I should thank you for wandering right into my lair. Makes things a lot easier.
You must be the wizard the maiden was talking about. It is no use, foul enchanter. I have the power of the prophecy on my side. It is my destiny to defeat you.
Oh, I don't think so. Let me ask my friends. Elm whistles, and Wormtoe jumps out with a band of monsters. Wormtoe, in the maiden's voice.
You called, oh great master?
You're not a maiden. Are you?
No, but you're a strong, handsome knight who's here to save me, right?
You're not what I signed up for.
Of course not, you buffoon. We tricked you, and now you won't be causing me any more trouble when we roll out the master plan. Get him, boys! The monsters move to capture Roderick, but Roderick holds up a hand.
I invoke Section 2, Subsection 15, Paragraph A of the Villain's Comprehensive Handbook.
The monsters stop. What? What would you know about the handbook?
It pays to know your enemy's rules. I know every word by heart.
Maybe you're not as dumb as you look. What does this one say?
Before a villain, you, can harm a hero, that's me, he must first perform a soliloquy of no less than 3 minutes, and not exceeding 15. In this speech he must reveal to the hero his evil plan, and end it with an evil laugh.
Wormtoe, have you heard of this? What is he talking about? Wormtoe produces a huge book and starts thumbing through the pages. He's right, master. If you don't, you risk getting your villain's license suspended. Better not risk it. Fine then, hero. Sit back and enjoy. Not that you'll be able to do anything about it. Song, Sinister Soliloquy. I don't know why you so-called heroes are all so very dense. Let me spell it out for you, my every vile offense. It started out when I was a child, the youngest far of 4. I craved every ounce of attention, and gasped and whined for more. My parents spoiled me, and left me in turn to wander and play on my own. And year after year they carelessly hurt, and turned my poor child heart to stone.
So you were spoiled as a kid. So was I. Why are we now on the opposite sides of the fence? My parents told me I was bad. My sisters told me I was bad. My teachers told me I was bad. Even my sheep told me. Are you sure they weren't just saying, what sheep say? No! Year after year, all I heard was bad, so I thought, what the heck? I'm bad. Pay attention, if you can, as I unfold the master plan. I'm going to stop the fountain that sprays the magic water. The kingdom will get drier, the drought will cause a slaughter. No magic beans will flourish, and everyone will suffer. I'll hold the water ransom and make your whole life tougher. No beans for your burritos, no beans to make your potions. No climbing up a beanstalk, I'll set my plan in motion. But no, you cannot stop it. So find a place to cower, and tell each knight and wizard to go back to their tower. During the song, Roderick paces back and forth, scratching his head and assuming various thinking poses. The monsters bar his escape. There, I believe that little number more than fulfills the requirement. I don't think I quite got the feel of it. Couldn't you do a reprise?
He's within his rights to ask for... Quiet, you! Let's get this over with. I'm going to stop the fountain that sprays the magic water. The kingdom will get drier, the drought will cause a slaughter. But no, you cannot stop it, so find a place to cower, and tell each knight and wizard to go back to the tower!
I've got it! After this, they'll hire a sculptor who can get my nose right.
Oh, is that all you want, then? To be a statue? That's simple enough. Roderick rushes at Elm, sword raised. Elm gestures, and there's a great flash of light and smoke. When the smoke clears, Roderick has been turned into a statue. What do you think, Wormtoe? Am I not a talented sculptor? Yes, master. Even got his bulbous nose right. Now to the real entertainment. He produces a pebble from his robes. Wormtoe, do you know what this is? No, master. It looks like a rock. Yes, but not just any rock. Calling this a rock is calling Excalibur a butter knife. This is a magic pebble. Oh, I remember. Once you drop it, it can only be picked up by the one who dropped it. Right, which is what I'm going to do right now onto the source of the magic river. Elm drops the pebble on the source of the river, and it dries up. Ha! Let them try to grow their magic beans now. They will cower to me. And now if they ever want to see their precious... From now on, if they ever want to see their precious water again. Elm tries to let out an evil laugh. Wormtoe and the rest of the monsters try not to laugh at Elm. Bellissimo pokes her head up from behind a rock. I've got to warn the others. If Sir Roderick is not the person in the prophecy, then someone else must be. Never fear, Sir Roderick. This time your damsel will save you from distress. Bellissimo exits. Blackout. End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1. Mordecai is seen working in the fields. Suddenly, Mother Mary rushes on stage, followed by a crowd of frenzied peasants. Mordecai, are you all right?
Oh, of course I'm all right. I'm just making some rows for the next bean planting. The worst that might happen is a sunburn.
You're wrong, very wrong.
It's worse than any sunburn. Much worse. Stop babbling and tell me. It's just like the prophecy said. A great darkness. The mystic river has dried up. That's impossible. I don't believe it. I've seen it with mine own eyes. Oh, come and see if you like. You're the only one I could find to tell. Bellissimo has run off. Sir Roderick is nowhere to be seen, and even Squires is making himself scarce. This is a dark... A huge boom and crash is heard off stage. What was that? Oh, it's even worse than we thought. Without the magical water from the river, the beanstalks must be withering. Looks like there was a giant on that one when it gave way. Oh, this is disastrous. We need a hero. Are you sure that Sir Roderick can't be found? He was supposed to be back by now, and we checked all the usual spots. He's not even responding to the hero call. Mother Mary takes out a horn and blows a heroic fanfare. Maybe we need a new hero. A new hero? But where would we find such a person? Wanted. Song, wanted, hero. We're 2 feet from the iceberg, 2 inches from the edge. On the rim of the volcano, on a crumbling, slipping ledge. We're 2 feet from the serpent, 2 inches from the flame. We need a mighty hero that could put others to shame. Wanted hero with valor and flair. He might be good looking, but now we don't care. Sword fighting, swashbuckling, and magic a must. Experience with dragons a definite plus. We're 1 foot from the whirlpool. We're in the dragon's den. We're headed for destruction. The only question, when? We're 1 foot from the avalanche. We're sliding down the chute. We've let go of the beanstalk without a parachute. Wanted hero, available now. If you can save us, it won't matter how. Long hours and hardship, but excellent pay. The adoration of all at the end of the day. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 2. Squires and Grimmelwaith wander into a dark wood. Are you sure this is the way? I swear I've seen that tree before.
They all look the same. How could you possibly remember a single tree?
The moss. That one looks like a dragon burning down a village. Oh, how could I forget that?
I don't see it. Come on, if I'm not mistaken, the village should be just ahead.
Oh, maybe it's a sign that a dragon's going to attack. We should run away.
Oh, so you're a fortune teller now. Oh, come on. I've never heard of a moss prophecy.
Squires and Grimmelwaith walk on until they come upon 3 figures. Greetings, travelers. You must be weary. Come and sit. Share a meal by our fire. Oh, sounds great. I've never eaten with dwarves before. Excuse me, but we are not dwarves. You're not? What are you then? Elves, of course. You really can't tell? No, I thought elves were tall and slender with light hair and pointy ears. You know, the kind that live in trees and make shoes and cookies and stuff. Did he say cookies and shoes? Oh, don't be cross, he's just confused. No, traveler, we are none of those things. We love to work with our hands in the forges. We live in the mountains and love to ski and build elaborate snow angels. I myself hold the record for the biggest wingspan. Rub it in.
I apologize for my companion's ignorance. He lives on his life on the talk first, think later principle.
Well, I think all the time.
We've come seeking knowledge. We have been told that by Jackdaw the Wizard that you possess a part of the great secret.
Ah, there is truth in that, but it is not something we give away lightly. In order to obtain it, you must answer the riddle. Distant thunder peals. Hey, that's like Mount Optimus.
Oh, keep trying, boy. What is this riddle you speak of?
Song, Peter and the Woodchuck. It's a riddle of the ages, as old as Father Time. It's been passed down through the children of the royal elvish line. It's a secret known by sages, and its mysteries sublime. It has passed through many ears, and now it is your time. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
That's the riddle? Oh, that's absurd. How would I know where he left those particular pickled peppers? In the basement, probably.
Oh, is that your answer? No, I know.
Oh, what did the moss tell you?
No, just hear me out. Somewhere I've heard the answer. I couldn't tell you when. Peter Piper never picked a peck of pickled peppers, 'cause peppers can't be pickled until after you pick them. Yes, peppers can't be pickled until after you pick them. There's just one more part of this. Please tell me if you could. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, don't look at me. He's today's tongue twister tycoon.
A woodchuck as much as he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. A woodchuck would chuck as much as he could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Yes, that's right! I also would have accepted 253 square feet, which turns out to be as much as he could chuck.
Oh, I think I've heard another one of your riddles before. Sheba sells seashells by the seashore.
What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. Don't mind me.
I have no choice but to reveal part of the great secret. The first part is... Louisa.
Louisa who? Is that supposed to mean something?
Yeah, I'm the riddle master, and I don't even get it. It will all become clear in time, when you have the other two pieces.
Oh, I suppose. Thank you kindly. We should be going. Incidentally, what would have happened if we would have guessed wrong?
You would have been turned into trees, of course. That's why there are so many. They make great canvases for moss painting.
Moss painting? You mean you really do that?
Certainly. Cobbler here is one of the best. I've been doing a series of frescoes of dragons attacking hapless villagers. It keeps most people out.
Squires burst into uncontrollable laughter. Quiet, you. We're leaving.
End of scene. Act 2, Scene 3. Grimblewaith and Squires enter a stone amphitheater.
According to the map, we're here.
Are you sure? I don't see anything,
says the man who led us 3 hours out of our way because he was holding the map upside down.
Oh, how was I supposed to know that crazy wizard symbol meant north? Couldn't he have bothered to just put an N?
Oh, someone was sleeping in runes class.
Oh, can you blame me? It was so... The dwarves leap up around him, brandishing slingshots.
Don't move a muscle. You've got 10 seconds to tell me why you're here.
Squires is completely frozen, but tries to talk without moving a muscle.
You may move your mouth muscles.
Oh, thanks. We're here for the great secret.
Oh, we dwarves do not part with this lightly. You must defeat our champion.
Not it.
Who's the champion?
The champion stands up.
I am he. Who will fight me?
Wait. You said you guys were dwarves.
We are. Why do you doubt this?
That's one of the biggest guys I've ever seen. He's a giant, not a dwarf.
You probably think we like to dig in the dirt and swing axes too. Who will fight me? Settle down. We heard you the first time. He's right, though. Who will fight him?
I'll do it. Squires here can barely tie his shoes, much less fight a champion.
Grimblewaith and the champion fight, and the champion wins easily.
Oh, that wasn't even an interesting fight.
Would you care to try?
Oh no, that's okay. I'll just song, a curse that I can't change. When climbing a ladder, I can't pass the second rung. When I try a figure 8, I skate a figure 1. When I try to quench my thirst, I always break the glass. And when I try to strut my stuff, I end up eating grass. Some people call me bumbler, others call me dolt. Don't ask me to join the dance unless you want a jolt. Some people call me butterfingers, others call me strange. But I can't help the way I am. It's a curse that I can't change. When I try to slurp my soup, most misses my big mouth. When every compass points to north, I'm always headed south. When I try to paint a fence, I mostly paint myself. Any work that you want done, you better do yourself. Some people call me bumbler, others call me dolt. Don't ask me to join the dance unless you want a jolt. Some people call me butterfingers, others call me strange. But I can't help the way I am. It's a curse that I can't change. Squire stumbles and trips and accidentally knocks the champion out. Oh, you have a great gift of clumsiness. That's a curse. No, do not discount your abilities. Just look what you've done. Your clumsiness overcame your fear, and now you are entitled to be our part of the great secret. The secret is Elizabeth. Huh? Both parts are names. How's that a secret?
Well, the third part should help us make sense of it. Hopefully.
Oh, let's go then. The goblins are still pretty far away. Oh, good luck then, and watch your step. Squires trips off stage. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 4. Squires and Grimblewraith enter a cave. Oh, this looks like a dreary place.
Oh, do you expect goblins to live in cottages with little rose gardens?
No, but they could spruce it up a bit. I think my goat pen looks cozier than this hole.
To each his own, then. I rather like it.
A hobgoblin enters.
Hello there. Am I correct in saying?
Hello there. Am I correct in saying that you are a goblin?
Almost. I'm a hobgoblin.
Oh, yeah, like the game. Goblin, goblin, hobgoblin.
What kind of game is that?
You know, you sit around in a circle, and one person runs around tapping the other people on the head and saying goblin until he says hobgoblin, and then that person has to chase him around and hit him on the head with a club.
I think you mean Duck Duck Goose.
Duck Duck Goose? That's a funny name for a game.
How can I help you? Did you come for dinner?
We didn't come as dinner, if that's what you mean.
Stop that. Contrary to popular belief, goblins don't eat people. They rather like their vegetables.
How come you know so much about goblins? Are you sure you want one?
Oh, don't be silly. I'm clearly, one can plainly see that I am, on second thought, I have no idea what I am.
Well, while Grimble here works out his identity crisis, I'll tell you why we're here. We need the last part of the great secret, and we need it quickly if we're going to do any good.
We have to speak to the chieftain and the goblin family about that. Follow me.
Squires and Grimblewraith follow Hobgoblin to a group of other goblins, including the chieftain.
What have you brought us today, Hobgoblin? I hope it's acrobats again.
Sorry, sir, but they're not part of the entertainment. They want to know the last part of the great secret.
Yeah, 'cause we got the first two parts, and they don't make a lick of sense. So, I hope this one's a good one.
Oh, you won't be disappointed. We at the Goblin family do not wish to be difficult. The test is an easy one.
The chieftain makes a signal, and all the goblins stand up and shuffle themselves around. They all end up in a straight line, and they sing their names.
I'm a goblin. I'm a hobgoblin.
I'm a troll. I'm an ogre. I'm an orc. I'm a red cap.
I'm a kobold. I'm a brownie, but do not try to eat me. And I'm the thing that goes bump in the night.
Answer this question and I'll give you your answer. Which one of us is goblin? You may have... Which one of us is a goblin? You may have one guess.
Oh, that's easy. I was watching carefully. It's, you.
A hasty decision, and a first one. I think you would think twice next time about gambling with your life.
Oh, sorry, Grimble. Looks like you've got this one.
Oh, just let me think.
Grimbleway steps in front of each of the goblins, considering them each in turn. Song, one big, happy green family. I may be a goblin, and I may be a hob, and although I'm an ogre, we all have the same job. Go bump in the day, go bump in the night, and don't get killed by the mob. I used to live in fear of pitchforks, and a deathly fear of fire. They hurled stones and insults, monster, freak, and liar, until I found my family, all others just like me. I found a faithful family. I'm the freest of the free. A family like no other, some of us green and some of us greener, with no one father or mother, some of us mean and some of us meaner. One day we're dysfunctional, other days we're wonderful. We're one great, big, happy, green, smelly, noisy, crazy family.
I have an answer.
Please be right.
Let's hear it. If you're right, good for you. If not, we'll get some entertainment after all when we prepare you for your stew.
The answer is, all of you.
A strange answer, to be sure. Are you certain?
Yes, completely. You said so yourself. You're all goblins here, though you go by different names.
The chieftain pauses.
And you would be right.
No one has ever guessed right. Only those who are of goblin kind understand the riddle.
Do you suppose it's possible? I do see some family resemblance.
Oh, perhaps so. Perhaps I finally found the family I thought lost.
They all embrace, but Squires looks impatient. Oh, maybe we could get to the campfire songs later. We need the last part of the puzzle you promised.
Very well. The last part of the great secret is Merryweather.
Merryweather?
Merryweather?
Yes. Did I not speak clearly?
Oh, no, you spoke fine, your greenness. It's just, together it makes a name, and it's probably from a family we know. They have these beautiful daughters who are all named after men, and their father's a goat, and they don't need to know all about it, Squires. You must hurry and get the secret back to Jackdaw and the others. Me? What about you?
I think I'm going to stay here for a while. I have a lot of catching up to do with my family.
Oh, suit yourself. I'll come back here when I'm a big shot hero. Maybe.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Who's up for a game of goblin, hobgoblin, hobgoblin?
The other goblins cheer, and Squires exits as they start to play. Song. There's a place in this world for me. This is where I can be free. I won't be a minion. I won't be a cook. These goblins don't care the way that I look. A guy like me could write a symphony. Change things how they were meant to be. When I succeed, they won't be surprised. I won't hide my face, and I am not in disguise. See what I can do and what I can be, 'cause there is a place in this world for me. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 5. Elm and Wormtoe are standing in Elm's lair. Elm is holding a gigantic
bullhorn. Hello, everybody. Is this thing on?
It's loud and clear, sir. You don't need to turn it on.
Oh, right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, orcs and ghouls, elves and dwarves of all ages, your attention, please.
Don't forget the goblins, sir.
What?
The goblins, sir. They get really cranky if you forget to mention them. There's all sorts of them, too.
Quiet. No henchman tells me what to do. Anyway, all of you out there, you have until sundown to come and swear allegiance to me. If you fail to do so, you will never see a drop of your precious water again. No water, no magic beans. You got that? And don't try anything stupid. I've already turned your hero into a statue. He makes a great doorstop. Jackdaw appears on the other side of the stage, brandishing a bullhorn of his own.
Where did you get one of those magic bullhorns? I thought I had the only one in the kingdom.
What? Who is stealing my lightning?
Thunder, sir.
Silence! Whatever it is, he's stealing it. Stop this at once.
I was about to ask you the same thing. Your reign of terror will be shorter than a pygmy's pinky. Even so, even now, another hero is uncovering the great secret. As soon as he finds it, you're through. As soon as he speaks the secret, all of your power will vanish.
That's ridiculous. The only hero with half, well, maybe a quarter of a brain, has just become a perch for pigeons. If you bow down to me now, I might let you live. You could be my court jester.
Ah, but surely it is you who jests. You've got no right to terrorize these citizens. I've got half a mind to march over there and turn you into a gopher. See if anyone bows down to you then.
Can we turn this thing up?
It's just a bullhorn, sir. There's no volume control. Just speak louder.
Well then, I'd like to see you try.
I challenge you to a duel, you fiend. Sure, you can scream, but can you sing?
What? Of course I can. I can sing better than any villain the world has ever known.
Prove it.
Jackdaw starts to sing at the top of his lungs, and Elm, not to be outdone, joins in.
Good only triumphs in stories. Evil's the source of all glory. Don't steal my lightning. Don't steal my thunder. Your victory I'll pillage. Your riches I'll plunder. Good men will do nothing. They're coward and frightened. Stick your head in the sand. The noose now gets tightened. Evil can't really win, can it? For good always triumphs, so plan it. I'll steal the lightning, I'll steal the thunder. The victory I'll snatch, and I'll strike you with wonder. Bad men will diminish, mark my words, they're prophetic. For you'll certainly lose with a plan so pathetic. Lightning, thunder, lightning, thunder, lightning, thunder. All right, you can have thunder. It always comes after lightning.
So what do you all say? Who's the better singer? A few cheer for Elm, but the most cheer for Jackdaw. Wormtoe, fix this! Get rid of him! These peasants don't know what's good for them!
With pleasure, your highnesses. Hey, wizard, let's see how popular you are after I show you real lightning and thunder.
Wormtoe raises a magic wand and chases Jackdaw off stage. Thunder claps and lightning flashes. Blackout. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 6. Squires enters and hears some rustling in the bushes. Oh, Jackdaw, it's you! What happened? Jackdaw emerges from the bushes. His robe has been turned a bright neon color, and his beard has been singed.
Of course it's me. Who else would be caught dead in this ridiculous get-up? Elm's new little toady zapped me with a spell while I wasn't looking. Now beat it. If you stare too long, this neon robe, it will burn your eyes.
Oh, you don't understand, Grimble. I put the puzzle together. I know the great secret. I must tell Sir Roderick 3RG so he can save us.
I'm afraid we'll be calling him Sir Roderick the Not-So-Great from now on. He has failed. The villainous elm turned him into a statue. Now he's nothing more than a glorified perch for birds.
But if Sir Roderick, whatever, has failed, who will fulfill the prophecy?
Oh, why, you, of course. Isn't that why you went on this little quest of yours?
Well, yeah, but I thought I was really just setting myself up for disappointment. I don't have any statues made in my likeness. How could I possibly be a hero?
You also don't have a statue that is you. And your name's Roddy Squires, is it not?
Well, yes, but...
Bingo! Plug you into the prophecy and boom! Good triumphs, evil is vanquished, and you get the girl. Live happily ever after, and Disney buys the movie rights.
Who?
Oh, never mind.
You've got to come with me. I won't last 10 seconds up against a real villain.
10 seconds. That's just what I need for a spell to fix this mess.
But, sir...
Just give me 10 seconds!
Squires does a little jig around the stage for the required 10 seconds. After the countdown, a flash of light and a burst of smoke come from the bushes, and Jackdaw jumps out, wearing a blue robe.
Ah, brilliant. A nice dark blue again. Come on, Roddy, it's not far. So we won't have time to come up with a heroic entrance line. Have you ever considered a catchphrase?
Not really. When the goats are acting up, I just yell, "Goat stew!" at them, and they all knock it off.
Goat stew, huh? We'll have to work on that. Maybe we'll try something generic for now.
Squires and Jackdaw walk off, and as Jackdaw turns, it is revealed that the back of his robe is a horrendous mix of clashing colors. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 7. Bellissimo enters and sees the statue of Sir Roderick. She tries to move it, but finds that it will not budge. She tries kicking and pushing and pulling and finally gives up. Well, at least they finally got the nose right. She kneels by the statue. What's this? Kiss me. Huh. Can't say I haven't wanted to, but somehow your lips don't look as inviting as they used to. Song, Kiss Me. Kiss me, my dear, kiss me a while. I promise a kiss followed up by a smile. The first time might be rocky, with not much kiss back, but I promise the rest will make up for the slack. Kiss me, my dear, kiss me a while. I promise a kiss followed up by a smile. Maybe one little kiss, a quick little peck. This isn't the kiss that I've come to expect. If the first one goes well, I might make it two. I'll sure let you know when the first one is through. Maybe one little kiss, maybe one quick little peck. This isn't the kiss I've come to expect. Kiss me again, just one kiss I need. My kisses are 100% guaranteed. In some parts of the kingdom they are legal tender. If you're not satisfied, I'll return them to sender. Kiss me again, just one little kiss just one kiss I need. My kisses are 100% guaranteed. The first one was rocky, I have to admit. You've given me every good reason to quit. But then again, you are a bit off your game, and the second lip lock won't be half as lame. The first one was rocky, I have to admit. You've given me every good reason to quit. Kiss me. Well, maybe. Kiss me. It's crazy. Kiss me. Noises are heard from offstage, including Wormtoe. Oh, what the heck. Sometimes the distressed damsel needs to save the hero. Bellissimo kisses the statue. Sir Roderick starts to move, but only part of his body. What? I did what the sign said. Do you mean that kiss wasn't good enough? She studies the sign at the bottom of the statue. Kiss me again? All right, you, but this time it isn't going to be a curse-breaking kiss. She kisses him again, and the statue springs to life.
Oh, it's still a little hard to move. Maybe just one more to be safe?
Don't push your luck, mister. You still haven't earned the first two.
Then what might I do to be worthy of such?
Wormtoe rushes on stage, followed by a group of minions.
Ah, I shall save you from these unsavory creatures. I shall slay them as I slew the foul plumbing clog of the great tower with my plunger of great might.
Ah, forget it. I don't need saving. A battle ensues in which Bellissimo takes the lead. Together they rout the attackers, who flee from them. End of scene.
Act 2, Scene 8. A crowd of citizens bows before Elm. Elm is surrounded by minions. Squires arise with the Merryweather family, including the goat that is their father. They sneak into the back of the crowd unnoticed. Quiet! The crowd falls silent. From now on, you are only allowed to say two kinds of things, complimenting me and insulting my enemies. What if we have to sneeze? Not a problem, underling, as long as you pay the sneeze tax. You get 1 free sneeze a day, and then the taxes start from there. Oh, but I get hay fever. Hay fever? Then why are you a peasant? Yes, sire. Unless you can compliment him and sneeze at the same time. Oh, let me try. Oh, great one. Did you choose your own name? Hey, that wasn't a compliment. Who in the beanstalk are you? Just an underling. Elizabeth? What? Who are you talking to? Oh, you've got a nice middle name, too. Isn't it Louisa? Elm clutches his chest in pain. Minions, take him away! Take him away! With your last name, it adds up all nicely. E for Elizabeth, L for Louisa, and M for Merryweather. Oh, my power! My beautiful, beautiful power! Why am I such a loser? Elm falls to the ground, writhing in pain and sobbing. Mother Mary rushes up and takes him in her arms, assisted by his sisters. It'll be all right, son. We've missed you. Missed me? Really? I thought you loved that goat more than me. That goat is our dad? What? We're not half goat? Though I have always wanted horns. It would really complete my look. No, the wizard just turned him into a goat. And you have some serious explaining to do if you don't want to end up like him. But I had a plan and I couldn't get the mail. Lightning! Oh, I'm such a loser. I just wanted to make something of myself. Don't you see that? And you still will. Just maybe not a Dark Lord. I always knew you were a pathetic crybaby. No matter. This just speeds up things a bit. Now I don't have to sit in the shadows, plotting for years before I rise up and take over your empire. I can do it now. Don't even think about it. I'm the prophesied hero of legend, or something. Well, bravo! You're forgetting one thing. The pebble still blocks the flow of the enchanted river. As long as it remains there, we hold your lives in our hands. I can see you're not one of those evil geniuses. It's only a pebble. I'll just kick it away. You are welcome to try. Have 10 tries, and a bruise on a different toe every time. It can only be moved by the person who placed it there, or by somebody who moves it by accident. Oh, then look out. No one could beat my powers of accidentality. A fight breaks out between the peasants and the minions. Jackdaw appears and spars with Wormtoe. During the fight, Squires fights in front of the pebble and then trips just as he is about to be overcome and knocks it away. Song, A Curse I Can't Change, reprise. Some people call me Bumbler, others call me Dolt. Don't ask me to join the dance unless you want a jolt. Some people call me Butterfingers, others call me Strange. But I can't help the way I am. It's a curse that I can't change. No, water. Oh, what a cruel world. Actually, it's quite a wonderful world, and you'll be seeing much more of it as a goat. Jackdaw chases Wormtoe off stage, and there was a flash of light. The sound of a goat bleating is heard. 3 cheers for the hero!
The crowd cheers while both Squires and Roderick act as though they are the center of attention. The crowd converges around Squires and Roderick and slumps away. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 9. A crowd has gathered in the center of the town, holding a lively celebration. People from all over are represented, as many are handing out magic beans by the handful. In the center of the stage, a large cloth is draped over a mysterious form. Ladies and gentlemen, elves and dwarves, may I have your attention, please? The crowd continues to talk. Hey, I'm talking to you! The crowd speaks even louder. Free food and ale for all! The crowd goes suddenly silent. Well, now that I have your attention, we can get on to business. If you'd asked me a few weeks ago, if I thought like that Roddy Squires here would be fulfilling any prophecies, I would have thought you have beans on the brain. Now, when I imagine the great cosmic forces that have been at play... Oh, get on with it. Our attention spans are as short as our tempers. Oh, very well then. I just have one little story to relate that I think is appropriate. Boring. Where's the food? Where's the food? Where's the food? Oh, but what about the epic poetry I wrote for this occasion? Wouldn't you like to have your minds filled before you stuff your stomachs? No! Fine. Fun over your fancy rock. My ode will stand the test of time long after it is crumbled to dust. Mordick removes the cloth, revealing a statue of Squires. All gasp and cheer. Hey, where's my statue? You don't think he really pulled this off alone? Must have been an oversight. Bellissimo, are you up to doing another statue? Oh, why not? I've always wanted to sculpt a goblin, my dear. Then again, maybe it wouldn't be such a good idea. You might have to do one for each member of my extended family, too. The goblins cheer. Okay, scratch that. From now on, I'm going to restrict one statue per heroic world-saving victory policy. You can fawn over that ridiculous statue later. Or the real version, I don't care. I've got exactly 70 words to say before I'm off to my new tower. You mean that you're not going to live on Mount Ominous anymore? Thunder sounds in the distance. Oh, you finally got it right. Yes, I bought a new vacation tower on the coast, great oceanside views, and absolutely no dragons. It even has indoor plumbing that reaches all the way to the top. Oh, good luck with that. And to prove that an occasional good mood does actually strike me, I'm breaking the Merryweather curse. Jackdaw waves his arms in a complex motion, and the bleating of a goat is heard off stage, followed by the cry of a man. Mr. Merryweather appears on stage and is embraced by his family. Henceforth you will revert to your original names, Michelle, Petronella, Theodora, and, Kumquat. That will be all. Now, I'm off. But wait, that was only 67 words. Rutabaga, quixotic, anthropomorphic. Oh, that's better. Jackdaw exits in a puff of smoke. The crowd starts to disperse. That is to say, hi. Oh, how long did it take you to come up with that intro? Well, not all that long, in fact. I'm shocked. Well, brace yourself for another one. I'm here to apologize. Wow, that is surprising. But don't think you'll get a statue out of it. Perish the thought. I have no other intention but to say sorry that I've been such a fool. What kind of fool, specifically? Oh, a pompous, short-sighted, arrogant, self-centered. Most of those words mean the same thing, Mr. Thesaurus. Go for some variety. Thoughtless, callous, interminable fool. Not bad. You're more well-read than I would have suspected. Well, Roddy, I accept your apology, and I promise that I will save you whenever you're in distress. So that I guess that means you won't accompany me to the tavern for our post-victory celebration. Oh, sadly not, big guy. That ship has sailed with a stiff tailwind. But if the amount of attention she's giving you is any indication, I'm sure Michelle would love to.
Well, hello there.
Roderick crosses to Michelle, and the two begin talking. Rosella rushes into the crowd in a panic.
Help! I need some help!
All eyes turn to Squires. Oh, I appear to be the designated hero of the week.
How can I help you? Don't listen to her. It's probably another plumbing problem, and believe me, you do not want to go there.
I'd stay away from him, Doe-Eyes. He may be a dragon slayer, but he's afraid to get his hands dirty.
You're in distress, damsel?
Oh, yes. What I mean to say is that the ogres from Atland are revolting.
Aren't all ogres revolting?
Yes, but I mean the ogres are rising up.
They're flying ogres?
No! The Ogre King has declared today Magic Burrito Day. And everyone knows you can't make a magic burrito without magic beans. They're headed all the way, clubs in one hand and tortillas in the other.
Hey, Grimble, this sounds like your kind of problem. Do you think you could ride with me on one more quest?
I suppose I could. Just one more, though, you understand?
Sure thing. To my noble steed. Squires looks around and does not see a horse. Oh, I guess the steed in the shining armor can come later. Just as long as the fawning maidens come into the picture sometime, too. Come on, Grimble, we ride.
Sort of.
Song, quest, reprise. 'Twas a wonderful day for a quest, but there's danger to spare, so I can't take a rest. I think that it's time for another adventure. What a wonderful day for a quest. Villains beware and abandon your plan, for this is the hero who saved all the land. For once, I can't wait till I pen a new chapter that really might end happily ever after. 'Twas a wonderful day for a fight. I stood on my own and the future looks bright. What a wonderful thought. I could do so much better. What a wonderful day for a fight. Heroes beware, or you'll make a mistake. You'll fight against plumbing with only a snake. For all of my effort, it turned out so strange. Perhaps my career could do with a change. The Merryweathers enter, including their father, who is no longer a goat. What a wonderful day for our clan, when all of our family are human again. What a wonderful day for a family reunion. What a wonderful day for our clan. Now Elma's redeemed and Dad's not a goat. And all of the villains got tossed in the moat. That wizard will be on our mountain no more. That means sunny days are all that's in store. What a wonderful day for a quest. The sky is alight and the world is at rest. What a wonderful day for an epic adventure. What a wonderful day for a quest. What a wonderful day for a quest.
And so Sir Roddy Squires went on to be the greatest hero in the land.
Grimblewraith always accompanied him on just one more quest. Sir Roderick married Michelle, and they settled down on the side of the mountain, where they raised both kids, goats, and kids' children. Bellissimo became the kingdom's first female dragon slayer, and has saved more Don Juans in distress than anyone can keep up with. And so our story concludes with the 7 immortal words of storytelling, and they all lived... Wait, hold your horses. No, don't have one. Hold your beard then, you conjuring chameleon. Were you really going to end with an H-E-A? A what? An H-E-A, you know, the words you were about to say. Oh, you mean happily? Shh, don't say it. Oh, it's what they were expecting you to say. It's so cliché. Yes, but it's what you're supposed to do. All fairy tales have to end in that way. Says who? Was there some kind of rule book? I'm sure that the brothers Grimm would not agree with you. What do you expect from people named Grimm? Now go away. You're spoiling my big finish. Nope. Can't let you end with an H-E-A. Not in my story. I don't know if you've noticed, but this isn't your story.
Depends on who you ask. I know they probably won't admit it, but there are always people out there rooting for the bad guy, right? You're making a pretty good case for being the antagonist right now. Call me what you want. I notice you didn't mention me in your little "Where are they now" monologue. Well, you didn't exactly fit in the umbrella of happily, HEA, now don't you? What? I'm just not a sub-assistant goat herder who lives with his mom. What's not? I'm just a sub-assistant goat herder who lives with his mom. What's not HEA about that? Okay, Mr. Ignorant and Blissful, how would you end the story? And they lived reasonably happy for some time thereafter. RHFST? Would you like to buy a vowel? No, just a realistic ending. That just about sums it up, wouldn't you say? Free of impossible expectations, we could just go on living, can't we? Oh, I suppose there's truth in that. All right, then, take it away. And all of them lived reasonably happy for some time thereafter. Elm exits, and the stage goes dark. Just when everyone thinks it's over, Jackdaw sneaks back on stage. And they all lived happily ever after. Blackout. The end.